Yo, still Bills, what's the deal, man? They let a nigga off early today. It's a slow week up here at the job, man. So got off a little bit early, so I'm gonna go home, kick my feet up, and get some grubbage in my system. But peep game, man, we gotta get into some shit, man. Listen, I'm not a dude who's gonna sit here and just Jermell Charlo's been facing a lot of scrutiny in the public, in the press, in the hearts of the fans. They're really on his ass, and while I'm not too thrilled about his performance. I'm not too thrilled about his performance. I lightweight understand it because you way out of your depth, and I don't think he was ever going to be fully equipped to deal with with the skill set of a Canelo Alvarez. Couple that in with the size disadvantage. So I'm not like I thought it would just. I thought what was happening from rounds 1 to 12 would end up happening around rounds 5 or 6 to 12. That's what I figured would happen anyway. So I'm not about to sit here and just denigrate the dude the way that everybody like. I'm not. I won't do that. I'm not about to eviscerate him like that, man. Everybody else on his ass. I'm not gonna be that nigga. You dig? I'm not gonna be that nigga. And I think also, with other big fights on the horizon, go in here and save myself for those fights because there's still big money fights out there for me to make. Especially now that niggas think I'm vulnerable. Niggas think I'm vulnerable now, so they can come in here and just, you know what I'm saying, fuck me over and do whatever the fuck it is they think they go. Nah, all of y'all ain't Canelo. So because niggas think I'm vulnerable, I bet that. You dig? Yo, that's an easy lick for Zoo. I bet that. Let's go get this Australian money. Bet that. That's an easy lick for Bud. I bet that. Let's get it. So I'm not about to sit here and denigrate him for that, man. You save your brain the stress and go in there and deal with somebody who's your size. I'm not mad at it in all actuality. I'm not. It's easy to say what a nigga need to do when they're jumping up 2 weight classes. It's easy to say, man, he need to do this and what he should have done. That's easier said than done. Do I think he should have did it? Yeah, but do I understand why he didn't do it? No. Now, the flip side to that is what I really want to talk about is, once again, I'm going to keep on speaking on this Euro bum notion. I'm going to keep speaking on that. I'm going to keep speaking on it. John Ryder in particular. As much flack as John Ryder gets, I was at my house for my fight party, and it was some of my loved ones over there was talking, man, John Ryder is this, he ain't this and that and 30, yada, 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 yada. Jermell beat the shit out of John Ryder and yada. And I'm like, yo, says who? Just people automatically get this notion because you're from Europe and you have losses and you may have suffered a knockout loss early on in your career that you're automatically, like what Shannon Briggs like to call you, pie. You automatically pie. And that's just not the case. That's a tough, durable motherfucker right there. And for him to have a better showing against Canelo Alvarez, it's like, damn, Brody. And it doesn't even stop with John Ryder. You go back to Amir Khan, where Amir Khan was able to win rounds. Now, granted, I think Amir Khan has a better back foot game than Jermell Charlo. He's a lot more athletically gifted as far as hand speed is concerned. Yeah, I think he was able to fluster Canelo for 1 or 2 rounds. Maybe I say 2 at the most. I say 2, maybe 3 tops. 3 tops. But Canelo wasn't trying to put, I'm gonna catch you eventually. He just started breaking them around from like rounds 3 on. So Amir Khan was able to show a little bit, give a little bit better of a showing than Jermell Charlo. And he's a dude who jumped up 2 divisions to fighting. And then, of course, you come to Kell Brook in there with Golovkin, where he was able to. People felt that he exposed Golovkin. When I was real anti-Golovkin, I couldn't wait to get to the gym and talk shit to my coach. My coaches love Golovkin. They love that dude. I couldn't wait to get to the gym. Man, he ain't shit, coach. He ain't this and that. The third, the Brook, exposed him. They like, bro, it only lasted 4 rounds. The fight lasted 4 rounds. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I was just trolling. Brook went in there and got destroyed. It is, but Look at how he went out, and look at the success he was able to have before he went out, bro. He went in there, he was able to string together some rounds. How are we disregarding this, my nigga? How are we disregarding this? I'm talking, just it wasn't like he went in there and barely touched him. No, he was lacing, he was putting fine combinations together on him. He was placing like, damn, bro, splitting the guard with the uppercut. God damn, he doing this to Golovkin? Oh shit! You dig? So for for Charlo to go in there and have that showing with Canelo, when you're bigger than these two dudes right here who jumped up two divisions just like you, you've had more success in the division that you campaign in currently than they had in the divisions that they was campaigning in. You're bigger than them. You're bigger than them, and you kind of go in there and, you know what I'm saying, lay an egg the way that you did is kind of having niggas like, yo, for real. Except for me, because I'm not gonna be the dude. Because like I said before, I figured shit like that was gonna happen. I just didn't expect it to happen from rounds 1 to 12, but I expected it to eventually happen. Eventually, but it is what it is. My whole point is, when do we start, really, looking back and saying, stop with the Eurobump shit. That's what it all boils down to. Stop with the Eurobump shit. Them motherfuckers is over there. They're fighting each other. I don't think y'all understand how significant that is. They're fighting each other. And it ain't like they're reaching down to the trunches of a division and they're scared to, they scared to take this, fight this contender right here because this is a potential banana skin right here when we're, where we're building this big fight between me and so and so. They're not doing that over there. They're not doing that over there. They getting in there and they rumbling with the contender that's coming up on, that's right lock and step with them. Dillian White, Anthony Joshua. That shit is dope. That shit is dope. Denzel Bentley, Felix Cash. That shit is dope. They're not waiting and waiting. Katie Taylor and Natasha Jonas. They're not waiting. They're not just sitting around waiting. Let's get this fight. Let's get this thing going, man. I'd rather lose now and look at what it is that I'm gonna be faced with. I'll be better equipped to deal with it later on down the line. While I've been spoon-fed opposition. I've been spoon-fed this motherfucker right here. So I'm not gonna know how to deal with adversity when I face it in my later years. When my athleticism is beginning to deplete and I have to start beating you off of my IQ. Let me go through through these rocky roads right now. Let me go through this turbulence right now. So by the time I'm ready to, by the time I come to some pups, I'm gonna dust y'all niggas off viciously. That's what's happening over there on the European circuit that gets disregarded and swept up under the rug because they want to sit here and disrespect the European continent. We ain't even got to talk about historically on a world level, none of that. We'll just keep it relegated to boxing. They're cultivating talent over there. The Australians, look at what the fuck is going on in Australia. All the multiple champions from Australia. Cambosos with, former unified world champion. Ebony Bridges, J.O. Pataya. You got your contenders, Liam Botto and Stevie Sparks and all them dudes, man. Let's stop with the bullshit. Eurobum. We got to kill that notion, man. Because while they're busy over there fighting each other, by the time they in front of adversity, where they're like, yo, you going to have to carry me out this ring, that's what they're going to do. You're going to have more respect for someone like a John Ryder than you have for a Charlo. Even though a lot of people was picking Charlo to win the fight, a lot of niggas thought, man, Charlo will go over there and beat the shit out of John Ryder. Why? Because he's from Europe. That man fought through a broken nose, bro. Got dropped twice and was damn near ready to go. Didn't matter. I'm finishing this fight on my feet. Charlo's claim to fame was he didn't knock me out. And a lot of people was like, yo, that shit is wild. And for Jermell to say he fought like a champion, no, he didn't. He didn't do. He did not look good in that fight. He did not look good in that fight, fam. He didn't. He looked like a shell of himself. But I understand it. Me personally, I understand it. But that's my point, man. Stop with this Eurobump bullshit. I'm gonna really have to drive this point into y'all heads because it just, just how disrespectful y'all are. The Eurobum. He's a Eurobum. He's a Eurobum. He's a Eurobum. Those Eurobums went in there and put up far more of a fight. Billy Joe Saunders put up far more of a fight and a stoppage. Caleb Plant, even though he's not from Europe, he is of European descent. He went in there and put up a much better showing than Charlo did. Callum Smith fought with a broken fucking bicep. At what point do we stop with the Eurobump shit, man? You're not top, but you're not top of the line just because you beating up dudes, American dudes that's down deep within the trenches of the division, man. So stop that fucking bullshit. And that's pretty much all I gotta say, man. Charlo will be all right. I'm still looking forward to Charlo and Zoo and Charlo and Bud, man. I'm going to hear. Doses.